Yo, what up YouTube, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video we're going to be talking about how to mix your beats, how to make your drums hit clean, hit hard, and overall how to achieve a crisp, clean, placement ready mix for your beat. So yeah, without further ado, let's get straight into the video. Alright, so we're in FL Studio and I have this beat open right here that I have not mixed at all. I have just made the drums and the melody. Let's listen to the beat and how it sounds before we start mixing. Alright, so the beat doesn't sound that bad, but honestly, it could be a lot more polished, a lot more crisp, the drums could hit 10 times harder, and overall, the beat just kinda sounds flat and muddy. So yeah, let's try to fix that in today's video. So, first thing that I'm going to do before we even start anything is I'm going into master and I'm taking out through the limiter. And if you have a through the limiter in your master, you should take it away. At least on the default preset, it's just going to make your beat sound flat and, you know, uninspiring. That's what I would like to call them, uninspiring beats, because they do not hit hard, they just sound like eh. So first off, I'm going to play the beat and I will take this off and you will instantly hear a big difference in how hard the drums hit and how hard the overall beat becomes. Alright, so instantly after I took the through the limiter off, the beat sounds better, but everything is clipping right now. The 808, the kick, the clap, the hi-hats, way too loud. So what I'm going to do is I'm going over here to where my drums are and I'm going to highlight everything like this, and I'm going to right click on a mixer and I'm going here, channel routing, and I'm going to route select the channels starting from this track. And what this does is just sends everything to your mixer and names them, so it's very easy to work with. And yeah, let's do some basic leveling. First off, let's start with the melody. I like to place my melody somewhere around -15 to -9 decibels so that the melody is audible, it's loud but not too loud. So yeah, let's try to find a nice place somewhere around that range. Like right here. Right here is nice. Yeah, perfect. Alright, now that we have leveled the melody, let's start leveling the drums. And leveling is extremely important if you want to make good beats, because let's say if your drums are too quiet, the beat is instantly like bad. Even if you have the perfect samples, the perfect melody, but if the drums are not hitting, the artist is going to instantly skip over that beat, because unless you have the best beat in the world and exactly what the artist is looking for, maybe he's going to record on it because, you know, the drums can be fixed. But when these artists are listening to beats, they are just really quickly going over, like they might have hundreds of beats in one folder that they are going through in a session. So if your drums are not hitting, then he's going to instantly skip over the beat. So make sure that you level your drums correctly so that doesn't happen. But yeah, let's keep going. Alright, so let's start with the 808. The 808 is, in my opinion, one of the most important parts of the beat to get right. And I like to place my 808 somewhere around -6 to -0 decibels so that it's audible but not too loud. And the level of my 808 also depends on if I have a kick or not. If I don't have a kick and I want a hard hitting 808 that kind of serves the purpose of both kick and the 808, then I might place it somewhere like louder, like let's say -3 to 0 decibels. But if I have a kick like in this beat, I like to go for more clean, more quiet 808s. So I like to stay around the range of like -6 to -3. So let's try to find a nice position for the 808. Yeah, somewhere around here. Let's also turn up the kick so we can hear how they sound together. Yeah, the kick is hitting hard and the 808 is audible exactly how we want it. And keep in mind, the drums are not hitting as hard right now because I have not added anything to the master. So once we add like soft clipper, fluid limiter, or some EQ, we're going to bring the drums to life at the very end of this video. So stick around to the end of the video if you want to see how much a good master preset or a good master chain actually matters for a beat. But yeah, let's keep on going. Okay, let's listen to the three elements together: the melody, the 808 and the kick. Sounds nice. Yeah, I like it. The kick is cutting through the mix like a lot and the 808 is audible, so that's exactly how I want to go if I make these clean beats. And by the way, something you want to keep in mind is the length of your 808 and overall the samples that you use for drums. Because if you're using bad drum samples, your beats will automatically not be as hard hitting. So if you, instead of, let's say, you use the best high quality drum samples, you don't have to mix them too much because they are already hard hitting. They are already sounding good when you get them out of the drum kit. So yeah, and by the way, if you want high quality drum samples, the Gas Station drum kit is out right now. It's the best drum kit out for trap beats right now. It's full of industry quality sounds that top producers use to make their drums stand out. But yeah, let's keep on going with the video. So the length of the 808 is important, because if you have a very short 808 like this, then the 808 won't be as audible if you have a kick to go with it, because some kicks have a very long waveform that goes like somewhere around here or even further. So if you have a 808 like this where the waveform stops right here and you have mixed it to be very quiet, then the 808 won't be audible at all. So you want to make sure that you play around with the length of the 808. Sometimes a short 808 can sound good, sometimes a long 808 might sound good, but for this beat I think a long 808 will be perfect. So let's play around with the out knob. Right here is perfect. And one additional tip to make your 808 hit hard is to go over here and turn the boost knob a tiny bit up. I like to go around 5%. I never go over 5% because everything upwards from this is for me a bit too much. So I like to stick around 5% and it instantly boosts the 808 a lot. So listen to it. Yeah, instantly a tiny bit harder, and it will get even like crazier when we add the master preset at the end. But yeah, let's keep on going. So okay, so right now we have only mixed the low end, and the low end is extremely important to get right, because if it's too muddy then the beat will sound bad and the artist doesn't like it. So if you have a 808 and a kick and a sub bass in one beat, you might want to take the sub bass off. I'm just saying, always take the sub bass off, because too many basses, too many elements on the low end, you're going to make the beat too muddy. So let's just listen to the beat with the sub bass and when I take it out. So over here is the sub bass and over here I will take it off. So let's listen to it. Instantly cleaner. Yeah, it's way better. So yeah, be sure to take your sub bass out when the 808 and the kick are playing, but you can do kick and sub bass. Just don't have two basses playing at the same time. It's going to sound bad and you're going to ruin your mix. Alright, so now that we have finished the low end, let's move on to the hi-hats, open hi-hats, snares, stuff like that. And I like to mix my hi-hat first. So the hi-hat is extremely important to get a nice, clean, hard-hitting mix, because I don't know what it is, but if you have a bad hi-hat preset, the 808 won't hit as hard. I don't know, it's just kind of like weird little thing that happens. So let me try to find a bad hi-hat to demonstrate this effect that I've been like getting. Alright, so I just replaced my trap hi-hat with a kind of like a more boom-bappy acoustic hi-hat. So listen to the difference. The 808 sounds way harder when I add the trap hat back in, but yeah, listen to this. Yeah, it doesn't sound that bad, but when we bring back the trap hi-hat, it sounds way better and the sounds work together more fluently. Listen to this. Yeah, instantly sounds a lot better. So a good sounding hi-hat sample is essential if you want to make placement ready beats. And as far as the leveling of the hi-hat, I like to stick somewhere around -15 to -9 decibels. And of course, all these levels that I'm giving you in this video are not like applicable for every single beat. These are just starting points for me. Sometimes I go lower, sometimes I go a bit higher than these levels. So just experiment with every single sound until you find a spot that sounds good for you. But yeah, let's level this hi-hat somewhere around -15 to -9 decibels. Yeah, somewhere around here. It's nice. And yeah, what I like to do sometimes on my hi-hats is add reverb, and that just like makes the mix sound a bit cleaner in my opinion. So let's add a tiny bit of reverb to the hi-hat. I like to stick somewhere around like 15%, not too much, but enough to make it actually like audible. Yeah, somewhere around here. So listen without the reverb. Kinda like dry, but let's add the reverb back in. Yeah, instantly sounds a bit like better and more polished in my opinion. Alright, let's move on to the snare, and this one is important to get right because if you have a snare that is too loud, it can get like annoying to listen to. And same thing, if you have a snare that is too quiet, it can be annoying to listen to. So make sure that you get this correct. I like to stick somewhere around -3 to -6 decibels. Let's aim for something around there. Yeah, somewhere around here is perfect. And yeah, by the way, I'm using a clap in this beat, but it's the same thing for both snare and clap. You want to make sure that it's leveled correctly. Next off, we have a counter snare, and I like to mix this somewhere around -9 to -3 decibels. So let's try to find a nice spot for it. Yeah, way too loud. Yeah, right here is perfect. Giving that bounce you. And you want to make your counter snare audible because it gives a lot of rhythm to the beat, and that is very important to get the rapper to actually like the beat. And rhythm is very important, it makes your beat a lot better. But yeah, let's move on to everything else. So these elements of the beat, percussions, open hi-hats and stuff like that, I like to just level by ear. Like I don't have any specific levels that I follow when I'm mixing these elements of the beat. So let's just go by ear. Let's start off with the open hi-hat. This one is crazy. This little effect that I made is honestly crazy. So this is a open hi-hat that I reversed. It sounds amazing in my opinion. Very unique. But you can hear little stuff like this in Lil Baby's production a lot. And yeah, this one is not even like mixing, but just try to make like unique stuff to your beats. Not too unique so they are not like too weird. Little stuff like this is perfect sometimes for a beat. And let's add some reverb to this. Yeah, right there is perfect. Alright, now we have some percussions that we have to mix. So let's just first off bring everything down so we can increase the volume as we go. Let's add some reverb to the shaker. Beautiful, bro. Yeah, I think right here is good. Yeah, then we have this little scratch perk over here. And let's send that to the mixer. Alright, now we have leveled everything and found a nice place, added some reverb and some other effects to the drums. So everything is almost ready. Right now we have to work the master chain. So this is going to transform the beat, I promise you. Let's start off with a basic fruity soft clipper. This is just to prevent the beat from clipping. So first, let's listen to the beat without the soft clipper and then with the soft clipper. Alright, let's listen with a soft clipper. Sounds extremely clean. Let's add a fruity parametric EQ as well. I like to just boost up some of the frequencies, nothing much to break down here. Then finally, I will add a fruity limiter and I have my own preset right here. You can just copy the values. Alright, so after I added the master chain, some of the elements of the beat are too loud, so let's quiet them down. so the mix is ready, and the difference between the unmixed version and the mixed version is honestly crazy. And it's very important to get the mixing part right when you're making beats, because that's what's going to make your beat sound crisp, clean, hit hard, and the artists love that. So yeah, that's about it for the video. If you liked it, like and subscribe, and let me know down in the comments what you want to see next on the channel. And yeah, if you want placement ready, industry quality drum sounds, the Gas Station drum kit is out right now. And honestly, it's the only tool you're going to need to make your drums hit hard, make your beat sound industry quality. So make sure to get it if you want high quality drum samples. But yeah, I'm going to let you hear the difference between the unmixed version and the mixed versions. So yeah, without further ado, see you in the next video. Peace.